My 221st day of publicly transitioning.
God love it.
And I've already become a bimbo.
And they were all staring directly at my crotch. And I went, oh, I forgot that my crotch doesn't look like other women's crotches.
Hi guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Dylan Mulvaney. He recently had an interview with Joe Biden. A lot of people are upset about this and rightfully so. Also, Ulta, the makeup company, had him talk about, his experience being a woman as a biological man. That's very important, of course. Before we do get into it though, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And I get the frustration with this entire situation because this is a biological man who rarely refers to himself as a trans woman. He says girl, right? He has a series, Days of Girlhood. He doesn't like the word woman, which is, first of all, weird. You are not a girl. I mean, is it really a transition from being a grown man to a girl? No. Most women, that I know at least, wouldn't want to be called a girl. Like, that's just weird. Like, we're women. We're not teens or, tweens or children. We are women. So I don't understand why he insists that he's a girl. And he's made a lot of controversial TikToks. You really get the sense it's more of like a cosplay of being a woman or a girl, mind you.
Because I couldn't do theater anymore as the pandemic, it became like a little show, like a little a play in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of sexist if you really think about it, because he'll make videos where he's like, I'm afraid of a bug, day 20 of being a girl and I've already cried 3 times, or, I'm a shopaholic, all of these sexist stereotypes associated with being a woman. He kind of plays that part, plays that role, and dresses up, and that's his definition of being a woman. So a lot of people are skeptical. Is this person really trans? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like woman face. A lot of people are calling it that.
6 being a girl, and today I'm in nature.
So before we do talk about the interview, I want to take a look at the podcast that they posted and just to see what he has to say.
It's just Days of Girlhood. And today we're on 167. Welcome, Dylan Mulvaney. While I never felt like I was born in the wrong body, I always related with and understood femininity in a way that felt like something I could wear more comfortably than masculinity.
Yes.
And
I know I can still be a performer. I know that I can have a family. I want to be a mom one day. And I absolutely can.
So 2 guys talking about what it means to be a woman. Or even, okay, let's say they're trans women, right? Why not make it a segment about being trans women? To say that Dylan Mulvaney is the same as a biological woman, it's not based in reality, and it's also pretty disrespectful because he doesn't know the challenges that women face. He's been counting the days that he's been a woman. It hasn't been that long. I think it's been less than a year. So I don't understand why choose 2 biological males to talk about this. I don't.
I forgot that my crotch doesn't look like other women's crotches. I just normalize it. And I wear clothes like this, and we all just normalize women having bulges. We are normalizing the bulge. Women can have bulges, and that's okay.
Is that we can get to a place where trans people don't feel like they have to change a thing about them to be trans, or they don't have to take the hormones if they don't want. They are a woman if they say they're a woman. They're a man if they say they're a man. Non-binary if they say they're non-binary. We believe people. We trust them. We lift them up.
And by the way, with this whole makeup thing, men can wear makeup. Men do wear makeup, in the movies that you watch, in the TV shows, whatever, news, the men are usually wearing makeup to cover up imperfections. And even beyond that, if they just want to wear makeup, okay, it's fun. It's not just talking about the makeup and, oh, I'm a trans woman, I like this makeup, blah, blah, blah. He's lecturing us on what it means to be a woman. This man, biological man, why can't he just acknowledge that trans women are different than women? Especially when it comes to children, telling children that they're just gonna magically become a woman. Like, it's the same exact thing as if you were to be born a woman. It is not, because you have to transition. That's the whole point. It makes me better? No, I'm not saying that, but we are different. It's important to acknowledge that. Otherwise, you're lying to yourself.
222 of being a girl. I'm in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to the White House to speak to the President of the United States. Trans people, we're not going anywhere. And that trans kids, they deserve a fighting chance to be their true selves. The fact that our president has watched Days of Girlhood, it's kind of epic.
And I'm sorry, but I doubt that he's watched Days of Girlhood. I'm not going to believe that. I think someone told him, hey, this is going to make you look good. Talk to this trans person we found on TikTok, or trans person. And yeah, just say that you are totally fine with giving children puberty blockers. Well, let's look at the interview now.
Creating laws and bills that are actively trying to harm us trans humans, especially trans children.
Is this the best person that he could have talked to when discussing trans issues? A guy who prances around and says that he's afraid of butterflies, so that's why he's a girl. He's only been a girl for 220 days at this point or something like that.
Mr. President, this is my 221st day of publicly transitioning.
God love you.
Thank you. Do you think states should have a right to ban gender-affirming healthcare?
I don't think any state or anybody should have the right to do that.
Gender-affirming healthcare, aka experimenting on children, sterilizing and mutilating them. That is the beauty of girlhood that Dylan is talking about, by the way. He's not even saying that, oh, you know what, we should be more accepting of trans kids that want to socially transition, right? He's saying we need to fight for the right for kids to have access to puberty blockers, which cause infertility, something that Dylan didn't have to go through. Also, Dylan isn't really able to speak on the effects of hormones long term because he's been using them for a very short amount of time. This is just the same glorification we hear mainstream media talking about when discussing transitioning. Of course, Joe Biden would never talk about the actual downsides to this, like all of these detransitioners coming out and telling us about how things went wrong, or the terrible side effects of these hormones, or puberty blockers, or the suicide rate and how it's rising. He doesn't want to talk about any of it. It's only beautiful and sunshine and rainbows and everything's fine all the time.
To ban gender-affirming healthcare.
I don't think any state or anybody should have the right to do that. As a moral question and as a legal question. I just think it's wrong.
He says it's immoral, but I think it's immoral to be doing this to children who can't really consent to this. It's a lot more profitable for people like Dylan to put on woman face and go around telling us what it's like being a woman. So please let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Comment them below and make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.